The Ironman Triathlon is considered to be one of the most challenging endurance events in the world. A 2.4 mile swim, a 112 mile bike ride, and a full marathon 26.2 mile run. These numbers by themselves can be very daunting. But what if I told you it's more doable than you think? That you might be able to finish an Ironman too. Today, we kick off a series on the road to Ironman. And whether it is half Ironman or full Ironman, both are very challenging long distance races. I'm currently in training for these races myself, and I would like to share what I've learned on this journey so far. About 4 months ago, I had this idea to finish an Ironman. I have a swimming diploma, but that's about it. I don't have any experience with swimming racing, let alone long distance swimming. I'm Dutch, so I know how to ride a bicycle, but I don't have any experience in road cycling, let alone long distance cycling. I can run properly, but I have no experience in long distance running. So how am I going to finish an Ironman, whether it is a full Ironman or a half Ironman? So 4 months ago, I had this idea to finish an Ironman. And instead of overthinking what program I should follow, if I need a coach or not, if I'm fit enough, if I should buy all the gear, I simply did one thing. I decided that my dream of one day finishing an Ironman became day one. So I bought these cheap but decent swim goggles. And I went to the swimming pool. The lane was only 25 meters, and after one lap, I was out of breath. In total, it took me 50 minutes to complete a 0.6 mile swim. That's an average swim pace of 3 minutes 80 per 100 meters. So I did what anyone would do that want to learn something new. I hired a coach. No, I went to YouTube and I simply watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to swim. 4 days later, I went to the swimming pool with my cheap goggles and my new learned knowledge. In my case, that was about breathing techniques. Next thing you know, I swim 1 mile in 50 minutes. Now 4 months later, I do 1.2 miles in 35 minutes. That's already the half Iron distance. Am I a natural talent? Definitely not. Am I a super quick swimmer? Also not. That's an average pace of 1 minute 50 per 100 meters. And the same applies to running and cycling. For cycling, I simply went to the gym, where there's a special bike where you can see the power output in watt. And then you do that week after week after week after week. And that is how you build up endurance, how you slowly learn about the sport, and how you build up the confidence that this might be within the realm of your capabilities. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because long distance races seem so impossible. I hear it all the time when I talk to friends. How can you swim so far? How can you be on the bike that long? How can you even run that long? In my opinion, the very bare minimum to get started is have some running shoes, some clothes, and some swimming goggles. Nothing fancy, not even a trainings program. Just get out there and get started. Do your first laps in the pool, do your first 30 minutes on the bike, do your first 30 minutes running on a treadmill or in the park. Because at the end of the day, training for an Ironman is not about having the best training plan, the best coach, or the best equipment. It's about getting into a habit of consistently training the different disciplines of the sport. And if you do that every week, you'll progress over time and you will build up the confidence that finishing an Ironman is within the realm of your capabilities. And if you have the idea of finishing an Ironman, just get out there and get started. Make one day, day one. And as you do that, continue watching my Ironman series. I'll share my experience on getting started and slowly build up your knowledge to get you ready for your first race. Because in the next videos, I'll share some practical tips that I've learned along the way in getting ready for swimming, running, and cycling. Together, we'll make one step at a time and get you ready. Let's get started.